Well, we are exactly 1 week away from the new year. Christmas is over, and I am out in the garden. I'm the Frugal Gardener. This is Zone 7A. Why is that important? It's important because I'm going to talk about things you can grow in the cold. A lot of people are interested these days, with food prices being what they are. They're interested in being able to grow year round, but they're kind of stumped. And part of that reason is because they think they can't grow in an area where it's cold, and they don't understand or just haven't had time to do the research and realize that there's certain things you cannot grow in the wintertime that you grow in the summer unless you live in a warm climate. So this is where I usually post my weekly video on gardening over 40. So for those of you who are following that series, thank you. I appreciate it. Please spread the word. That's going to come back. But even though we're not posting that this week, there's still gardening. There's always gardening. I garden year round. So today we're going to do 7 or 8 different plants, herbs that I'm growing. And like I said, it's almost January. So let's start here. This is good. This is as good a place as any. This is my cabbage patch. And I use this little raised garden / greenhouse. Not real happy with this material. It zips open. I water it. I'm not getting a ton of sun, but I have to keep it closed because if I don't keep it closed, well, the deer will get to it. You've heard this story 100 times already, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Basically, there's a bunch of things you can grow in the fall and winter if you take precautions. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at what's called cold hardy. These are plants, vegetables, foods that can withstand freezing temperatures. Some for a short period of time, some for longer. And here they are. This is the mother lode. This is actually the bulk of what I want to show you. And the reason is because this hopefully will encourage you to and understand that you can do this. I am actually doing this right now. So the collard greens, you've seen those a million times. They're down this end. They're overdue for harvest. They're sagging a little bit because I didn't water them. But over here, excuse me, down here, this is red Russian kale. I have a couple of these, some inside, some outside. I can actually leave these outside. Going back to the cabbage for a minute, the cabbage is good down to, say, 20 below. I mean, not 20 below, down to 20 degrees, as long as it's not for an extended period of time. So this is the red Russian kale, not to be confused with the carrots. You probably all are familiar with this one here. I actually had this out when there was snow on the ground, and it bounced back. So I've done this a couple times, and I get pretty good harvest from these carrots. This is labeled, which is something that I have struggled to do at times. This is cilantro, and it's growing pretty slow, probably because of the time of the year. This jug here, I explained in another video, is basically filled with water. I painted it black so that the sun can shine on it during the day. I zip these bad boys up in the evening to retain the heat. This white little doodad in here measures it measures the heat. I have a screen indoors, and it tells me exactly what the temperature is inside here. I did a video on that also. So moving along, this is bok choy. This is one of these is bolting already, but I've gotten quite a bit off of this bok choy plant. This is also cold hardy or cold tolerant. Now this is interesting here because this is spinach, but this is also spinach. You cannot start spinach in this weather. When I say this weather, we've had temperatures down in the teens, and I started this indoors, and I had it under a heat mat, which I might end up bringing out here because I have power out here. This cord here, I can easily run inside. So it's going to look like this. I don't know why this didn't fill out. There's a few of these that did not go well. Because we're in the holiday period, because I'm not doing the gardening over 40 right now, and that's gardening for baby boomers, millennials, Gen Xers, I may put together a montage of some of the harvest or some of the things that I planted in previous winters and previous videos to give you a better idea of what you can grow during this time of year. Some of these are empty. I didn't do anything with these in the back here. Some of these are, this here, I believe is a dwarf orange tree. So that is not going to be included in my little list here, which is just about complete. I mean, you have spinach. I just showed you the cabbage, cilantro, the red Russian kale over here, the carrots, and collard greens. I neglected to show you the watercress. I grew this earlier. I did a video on that also. This is starting to die out a little bit, but I have another one that I'm starting. This is very healthy for you, especially if you're around my age, which I'm in the 70s, so I can take care of myself. And you can see the condensation coming across here. There's a little vent for ventilation if I need to open it, which I'm not going to do, but tonight it's only going to be down into 30, so that's not too bad. So here we have it. That's it. These are things that you can grow if you want to help offset your food budget, if you're looking for a winter hobby, if you've always wanted to grow vegetables in the winter, but didn't know which ones to pick or where. I have several videos. I'll put a couple of links below to some of the older videos that I've done so you guys can get some more pointers. As always, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, put them down below. I read them all. I respond to them all. And I appreciate you taking the time to spend part of your day with me. Please subscribe. Please pass this video on to your friends, relatives, co-workers, neighbors. I appreciate it. I am the Frugal Gardener. And remember, at the beginning of the year, we're going to start back with our Gardening Over 40 series. So don't forget, mark your calendar. That's every Tuesday at noon. I'll see you then. I am the Frugal Gardener. And remember, when you grow your own food, you'll always know where it comes from. You guys have a good one.